So what's been the biggest shift in the digital and social media landscape in 2019?
I think the biggest shift, firstly across the social media landscape, that's where GMS was born and where I first got the grasp of digital marketing. It's gone a bit crazy, to be honest. I think a lot of the automation tools out there, and there are so many and it's quite a saturated market, we've really lost the personal touch of how we deal with a prospect. This includes webinar models, which are no more than a sales strategy these days. Messenger bots, where people can go from an ad to an automation feature. Even on the website, the customer service is an automation. And when we're trying to reach out to Facebook, it's often an automation too. So we're constantly speaking to robots, and I think like the ability to actually connect with someone on a human level has been lost. And this goes not just from Facebook. Obviously, it's the monster is sort of, that's where it stems from. But we see the same things on Google, on YouTube, even through programmatic and the way that we interact from a display ad. It always goes through some sort of automation feature. So I think the biggest shift and what's going to start happening is and obviously the idea of this AI taking over agencies and this absurd theory that I don't think it's going to come anytime soon. There needs to be the human element still. We are humans, we like to interact with humans, and I think if we're going to really go down that automation path in the way that we're dealing with customers, we need to start going back to the old school way of dealing with how we interact with someone and implementing a bit of human touch and not being afraid of picking up the phone or even doing a nice evening event versus a webinar, and if someone's following on Instagram, rather than sending a messenger bot out to them, just say hello. Being a little bit more humanized in the way that we're marketing.
I think if people and brands can get into the more of the less B2B or B2C thing, even more the P2P is a term I've heard been thrown around a lot this year. So it's more the people to people, the person to person communication. So actually talking to someone as if it's a personalised conversation, someone you haven't seen in a long time, and you're actually sending messaging. And the communication is very much tailored to that individual. I think with Facebook and Instagram, especially in the social media landscape, it's become such a saturated, busy platform. There's only so much inventory that it can have, and they're doing as much as they can to add more by acquiring all these different platforms and stuff. But advertisers are there's more and more, so there's more noise, there's more messaging, there's more ads, more businesses trying to find more and more customers. So I think the brands that are really going to get ahead and that have gotten ahead this year have been the ones that are able to have that P2P, more humanized one-on-one conversation, and actually personalizing that their messaging to those customers, rather than just a real blanket, buy this, buy that, try to get a lead in here, but actually tailor that and actually nurture and show that they care about that consumer before asking for a transaction or a conversion or whatever it is.